you know, there's nothing better than a nice Caesar salad. Keep things nice and fresh. You know what else is fresh? Nice new piece of software so we can find products on Amazon Australia, because we all know that eGrow, what we've been using for the last couple of years, and even some of the other ones, they're not accurate at all. At least they're somewhat accurate, but there's methods that we've had to bring up, and there's ways of, like, there's workarounds that we've needed to do to use these. It's like, how much of a struggle can it be to just make a software for Amazon Australia that works? Like, you know, we've got Jungle Scout for Amazon US and the UK. We've got Helium 10 for US and UK. Other regions, Japan, Brazil, just there's so many pieces of software for those areas. And then when it comes to Amazon Australia, yeah, we've got one or two here and there. And when you use them, they're just terribly inaccurate. In regards to eGrow, we've had to do a divide by 5, or we've had to do the 5 method, you know, what we do in my course anyway, which is Ecom Excellence, where anything that you see on the Aussie market when using eGrow, you have to divide it by 5 because it's not accurate, it's super inflated. We've all compared what eGrow sales numbers say to our own actual sales numbers on Amazon, and sometimes it's like 5 to 7 times more inflated than what the actual sales numbers are, and that is a recipe for disaster. And we've tried to find workarounds for it, like the divide by 5 method, which we've created for Ecom Excellence, but that's just to save, because it's the only option we've had. That's just to save anyone from running into troubles down the line, because if, let's just say if a product says it's selling 5,000 per month, it's actually not. It's not selling 5,000 per month. If a product says it's selling 200 to 300 units, you know, per month, it's really not. You got to divide that by 5, and that is a recipe for disaster. But we are actually saved. We are actually saved by a new piece of software that not only works for Amazon US and UK, but it works for Amazon Australia, and it's accurate. It's actually accurate. We're just about to jump into my computer here and show you all about ZonGuru, but before we get into that, I'm going to tell you guys a little bit about what we were using before. Now, the program, or the application, or the software that we were using before was eGrow. Now, eGrow used to have the problem where it would overcalculate, and let's just say if something was selling for $10,000 per month, the actual sales numbers, it would tell the viewer or the person that's doing the product research that it's selling $50,000 per month. So it seemed to times whatever sales numbers by 5, and that included the sales per month, like the actual units sold per month. So say it sold 100 units per month, the actual sales numbers, it would say that it was selling 500 units per month. And now, as of recently, and especially me checking it today, because I'm going over and I'm comparing these, which I'll show you guys in a second, I'm comparing ZonGuru to eGrow. Now it seems like eGrow for the Aussie market is undercalculating what's actually happening. So it's all over the place, and I'm so glad that we have something like ZonGuru to actually guide us in the right direction and make it less dangerous for new people who want to become new Amazon sellers, and they're actually getting, you know, accurate sales data to go off instead of something that just fluctuates so much. A couple of good things about ZonGuru is that I actually personally got the chance to speak to a couple of the members on the support team, and they are Aussie based. They're purebred Aussies. They're actually based in the Gold Coast, which is close to me. I'm in Brisbane. So I'm not going to show their complete names and faces because I didn't ask for their approval to do so. All I'm going to say is one of them was named Vanessa, and she actually had her brother on, which unfortunately I can't remember the name of him, but we actually got on a Zoom call. They actually started bringing me through ZonGuru. Now, I actually found out that I had a membership with ZonGuru before this, so I was probably looking for something you know, beforehand, but I wasn't sure if it was Aussie based, because back then, probably when I made the account, I wasn't 100% sure. So I had an account with them already, which we found out while we were going through it, and then they just sat me down and they showed me through how ZonGuru works and let me know what ZonGuru was all about. Now, this is very, very different to my experience with eGrow, which I'll probably talk about again later, but eGrow's support system was terrible. It was like they had a little email link down the bottom. It's like, email the problem, and they hardly ever got back to you anyway if you emailed them with a problem. Now, Vanessa and her brother, which from memory, they were saying that they were part of the support team. Now, they have a live support chat. You can go through, and if you have an account with them, you can just tell them what's wrong, type in their live chat, and they'll help you out instead of having an email link, which they may get back to you within a week. It was terrible. eGrow was terrible for customer support as well. It was very real. It was good for me to sit down on a Zoom call with 2 other Aussies, just to let them know that, okay, this is a software that has real people behind it, that has real other Aussies behind it, and they know that Aussies are desperate, or Aussie sellers are desperate for a piece of software that helps with Amazon Australia instead of the US. And one other thing as well, which you can see on their website, is that the founder of Zonguru is Adam Hudson. And if you don't know who Adam Hudson is, he is another fellow Aussie. He has a course for Aussies, which usually gets them to sell on the US, but he helps Aussies to do so. So I am happy about the fact that an Aussie is behind this piece of software. He's one of the founders of it, and you know that it's going to be backed by someone who wants piece of software for the Aussie market. One big thing before I actually get into showing you this program on my laptop, Zonguru, as I've been told by Vanessa and her brother, it's actually a third-party trusted application, trusted software by Amazon, which means that it integrates with Amazon. So in the words of Vanessa's brother, you can't get more accurate than Zonguru because it's a trusted application, and what that means is it pulls the data directly from the Amazon website, because Amazon, it's a third-party trusted application from Amazon, so it's basically just pulling the direct data from it. It's not like they're trying to use some algorithms or anything like that. I was told that it's basically as accurate as you can get. Okay, first thing you're probably going to want to know is what's the pricing like, because stuff like this isn't free, and for a good reason. You know, it seriously helps a seller. If you're looking to be an Amazon seller, this stuff helps you out. Now you can try it for free. As you can see here up on the page, I've got, and this is in AUD, so $39 per month for the researcher plan. Now I'm personally on the seller plan, but to be completely honest with you, if you are just starting to do your product research, start with the researcher plan. The seller plan is for someone who's actually selling, someone who needs help with their listing. That's why you use the extra features. But the researchers here, and we'll go through a few of these in the video: Niche Finder, Sales Spy, even Niche Radar, and then some things like the Listing Optimizer, Keywords on Fire, Keyword Spotlight, are things that you're most likely going to use when you're starting to do your product research. So this is the per month, just so you know. Per month, monthly billing. You can do annual billing, which is cheaper, but you're going to have to pay for it up front. That's why it's annual. You're going to have to pay for the year up front. So it says here 288 billed annually. Then you can even get the seller one as well. But I would just do the month. The reason I do the month is because you can just do it for the 1 month. Try it for free, like I said before, but just keep in mind that majority of the time, stuff like this, you're not going to get all the full features. So you could possibly try it for free and get some of the features. Usually a free trial lasts for a few days, maybe up to 7 days, and then you start paying after those 7 days. So try it out for free as well. I'll leave the link, and I'll mention it again at the end of the video. I'll leave the link down below if you want to use this research software. Now again, I'm going to have to reiterate this to you guys. I don't go and promote every bit of software that I see online. I only promote ones I either use myself or I truly believe work. I'll be upfront with you guys. It's like if they have promotional codes, if there's a promo code I can give you guys, I'm not sure if there's a promo code I can give you guys for this yet, but it's like if I can get an affiliate code out of this, then yeah, I'll use it, but that comes secondary because I just want a piece of software that's going to help you guys, and I've been looking for it for a long time. So I only promote this stuff if I truly believe in it. If you guys don't want to sign up for this, that's completely fine, but I'm still going to show it to you guys because I think it may help you guys out if you're looking to sell on Amazon, especially here in Australia. Okay, so now we're in the dashboard, and I'm going to show you guys some of these features, how you can use them, and sort of the best ways to go about it if you're brand new to it. And I'm going to show you guys some of the differences compared to eGrow. If you've used eGrow before, you're going to know. If not, if you've never used eGrow, don't worry about it. I'm still going to show you guys just the difference of how these numbers come out when we're looking at products. Okay, now first things first, you can use this if you want. I don't necessarily see too much point in it unless you're completely brand new to this. There is a learn and grow part of this. We can go through and it will actually train you along the way, and it'll show you how to use this software so you can go more in depth than what I show you in this video, because if I was to go through every single little thing, we'd be sitting here for hours. So you can go through that, and you've got different badges as well. It's kind of like little like the first, second, third place ribbons that you used to get at the sports carnival. So you can go through that if you like, and you get little badges for completion. I've just happened to get them along the way, just using some of them, but you can go ahead and do that if you do end up signing up. That's just the learn and grow part of this. But first thing I'm going to do is go into the product research and go to the niche finder. Now, what I found with this, since I was checking it out earlier, what I found with this is the easy mode seems to be quite good. And the advanced mode as well is something that they have in eGrow. Now their advanced mode is something that you can use. It may look a bit daunting, we'll get into it in a second, but you don't necessarily need to use it unless you're looking at specific things. And like I've said in earlier videos, we'll most likely use this piece of software in the Ecom Excellence course, and I'll delve more into this so you can get more accurate pieces of sales readings and more accurate things. So let's just say if you want to search for products that have a minimum of 100 reviews, or if you want to search for something that has like a minimum of 20,000 per month in revenue sold, you can do that all in the advanced here. But first off, we're going to go to the easy mode, show you guys how this works. So first, what you want to do is, okay, if you're looking to sell on Amazon Australia, make sure you change it to .com.au. Cool. Now, what I would do is start looking at categories to search. You can hit the feeling lucky. I actually haven't done this yet. So it says ZonGuru will take a stab at finding a product for you. I wouldn't necessarily do it. I would start looking at categories that I would like to sell in. Now, some of these here, just to note, if you're a new seller, if you know nothing about Amazon selling, some of these you need to get approval to sell in. Now, ones that are usually okay to sell in, you don't need approval, are things like baby beauty, got things like even garden, health and household, home improvement, and then you've got other things like even kitchen and dining, you've got pet supplies, and then we'll chuck in sports and fitness as well. So they're just some of the ones. Automotive, things like books, clothing. You just have to be, even toys and games, video games, you just have to be careful because you may need to get approval to sell in it, but that's for another video, another time anyway. We're not worrying about that. This is just to get ideas for products. So I'm going to choose these here, and then we're going to go ahead and hit search. And this is just to get a niche idea. And this is a very, very helpful tool, which, I wish we had earlier on, but it's a great little tool because it starts giving you ideas, because all this should be doing is giving you ideas of, okay, what products are people wanting, what's in demand, what's helping people, what are people looking for. So you can have a look at this kind of stuff. You say gel nail polish kit, and you can hover over it and it'll say, okay, what's the search volume? And this is usually per month, the search volume. It's like average sales per month, average price, average ratings, okay, cool, average revenue. Sweet, it gives you an overall niche score. So let's just say if we go to something like massage pillow. There we go. So it's got a 69% niche score. Gives you an idea of basically, how accessible this is as a new seller. You've got buyer demand, you've got the competition, investment, revenue potential. So something like this would be a good area to sort of start with if I was someone new looking to start doing their product research, start getting product ideas. Then you can hover over this again, search volume. Okay, the search volume's low, but the average sales seem to be high. The average revenue for something like this is 75, almost 80,000 per month. 80% of these are FBA sellers. That's something to note as well. So there are lots of different things that you can go into here which just give you an idea for niches and even keywords as well. You can even filter these out if you wanted to go from bottom to top. You could go from top to bottom. What's the best here? Panasonic shaver, Oxy shred, and then you've got a whole bunch of different things here that you can look for. 80% is huge, 80% over for niche score. Now, I wouldn't solely go just by niche score here. I would actually start looking at the numbers, which we'll start going through in a second. I'd start looking at the numbers and getting a better idea of why these products are so in demand. It's like, usually it's because it's solving a problem. They're high quality products, solving an issue that a lot of people have. Again, if you wanted to use the advanced mode, you can. I'm not going to cover it in this video. This is just giving you an overview of what kind of ways you can find niches here, and you can go through and play with this if you want. Now, like I said, I tend to go more in depth with this in my course. If you do want the link for that, it is just down below as well. You find the link to Ecom Excellence as well, which is going through an update currently, and I will have ZonGuru involved in that, because right now we're using eGrow, and now that ZonGuru is around, most likely eGrow is going to get the boot. Okay, next thing you want to do is go ahead and hit the Chrome extension here and actually download the Chrome extension. Now, after you do that, you may need to restart Chrome. Just make sure you're using Google Chrome for this, because it doesn't have extensions for other web browsers. So Google Chrome's the best in my opinion anyway. But I've got a couple of examples here which I'm going to cross-check with eGrow, and I'll show you guys the difference between these two as well. So first things first, once you download the Chrome extension, it's actually going to be down here. Another cool little thing here is you can actually, it's got another tab here which can help you source for the product in Alibaba, which is something eGrow doesn't have either. So let's just say I've gone ahead and typed in yoga mat. Let's just say we want to look at how much it's selling per month. What we can do here is click on the little ZonGuru tab down here, and it will pull up the sales data. It might take a little bit to load, but this is what we're looking at for monthly sales for this product. So this is the units per month. That's the revenue. So these are selling almost 1,500 units per month, which is around $40,000 in revenue. Now, it depends. This isn't profit, by the way. Profit depends on the seller. Depends on how much their sourcing cost is. It depends on a bunch of different factors that they've got. But this is just giving the revenue. So usually I like to go by anything that's at a minimum of, say, maybe $10,000 to $15,000, maybe $20,000 per month on Amazon Australia is a great starting point. Now, these numbers in the US are going to be much bigger. There's a lot more demand and competition in the US, but this is just to give you an idea of okay, how, what's the revenue looking like, and just gives you an idea of what's selling. Now, I just typed in yoga mat because I knew yoga mat was a popular topic. Can even go to the best sellers here and go to a bunch of different products. Now, let's just have a look at eGrow really quick. Have a look at the numbers, because these used to be inflated. But like I said, as of lately, you see the difference. So this is almost half of what it's actually selling. This before would have said something like, probably like 120,000 or something like that, or 150,000 per month in revenue. So really, it's hard to say because eGrow is so over the place. Now, just keep in mind, ZonGuru is a third-party trusted piece of software from Amazon. So Amazon's actually integrated with them. Well, they've integrated with Amazon. Amazon trusts ZonGuru, and it's implemented in there, and it's just pulling the sales data. This here, eGrow, isn't a trusted third party. It's far from my knowledge anyway, isn't a third party trusted application. From what I've seen, they use different kind of algorithms to help them determine this as well. So again, they could be pulling it. I'm not like a software engineer or anything like that. I don't know exactly how they do it, but from what I can tell, it's not just me that said this. It's come from students as well, because students have actually cross-checked this with their actual sales. eGrow is just not very accurate. We've come to the conclusion of that, and we've had to work out methods on how to get it more accurate. But 24,000 here, and then it says 40,000 here on ZonGuru. So again, we're going to do this for a second product. We've got a dog seat car cover. So let's go to ZonGuru, see what ZonGuru says. Now, this dog seat car cover is just something to put in the back of your car if you're traveling with pets. Say you go to the beach or something, you set this up in the back. It saves any mess from your back seat. So monthly revenue around 40,000 again. So let's just check eGrow. I haven't actually checked eGrow on this product yet. See what it says. Okay, so it doesn't actually bring up any sales revenue, which is interesting, because this was this is one of the products that used to be in the top sellers as well. So it's not like there's not enough sales data to go off, because they're selling quite a bit per month. But as you can see, it's just the only thing that I'm noticing with eGrow, and I'm not trying to be biased here. This is just someone that's used eGrow for the last like year and a half, 2 years. It's very up and down. It's like inconsistent, and it's very, very hard to tell what's right and what's not. And students of mine have noticed that as well. So personally, for me, I think ZonGuru is very, very consistent. Like I said, it integrates seamlessly with Amazon. They're a trusted application, so that in itself should explain everything you need to know. Another feature here called Sales Spy. So what I've done here is I've actually got the ASIN for this yoga mat. Now, the ASIN here you can actually find in the link to whatever product page you're on. You make sure you're on a product page, just a single product page, not a list of products. And this will start in BO. So from this slash here to this slash, get this number here, this lot of characters here. So just copy that in and then put it into ZonGuru, and make sure you're on .com.au. So I'll just make sure that I'm on .com.au. I'll add that back in to make sure we're on the right one. Yeah, cool. So I've already done that. Now I've set for the last 7 days, and this will actually tell you how many sales they've got for the last 7 days. So sales, they've had 41 per day, or almost 42 per day, getting close to 42 a day. Revenue, this is over the month. So this top line is over the month, from what I can see, and it's like 1,100 per day in revenue. The profit, we're looking at almost 350 a day profit. They've got the ratings as well. So you can add in multiple here. It says up to 100 products tracked. Now again, I'm on the bigger plan. Just to note, if you're on the cheaper plan, just note that you may not be able to have as many. But it's just amazing to see, because eGrow has nothing like this, and you'll know that This is more accurate than eGrow, and also this is just an estimated profit. Like I said, it depends on the seller. It's like you can't go to the extent of knowing how much a seller pays for things like shipping, pays for all the outside sources of their orders, their products and whatnot, their branding, their shipment, everything like that. It's hard to say. It's hard to really get down exact profit, but this gives you a good idea. Now, another thing you can do, which Zonguru does really well, is you can actually use the easy source here, and it can actually help you source these products. So let's just say you wanted to start sourcing yoga mats, and so you can actually buy these yoga mats from. I've typed in yoga mat, gone to search, and this is just the easy source one. I'm not going to bother with all these other ones here. This is just the easy source option, which you can see on the left here. You can actually go through and look at the different kinds of manufacturers. Now, this might seem like a lot to look at the start. I do have other Alibaba videos on this channel, so it actually goes through what all of this is. So you can actually check that out and you can get an idea of what this is, and then you can come back to Zonguru and get a better idea of what you're looking at here. But this is just going through different suppliers, looking at their prices, minimum order quantities, lead time, so basically how long it takes to manufacture, and gives you a good idea of how much this stuff kind of costs to get manufactured. The last thing I'm going to show you for this, because there's a lot to go through, but this is just some of the ones that I think are going to help, especially for a beginner, because I don't want to flood you with all this information and you're not going to know what to do. Last thing I would go here is go through listing optimization and go through the keyword spotlight. Now again, I put in the same ASIN for this yoga mat here, and all this does is help spotlight the keywords that this product is using. So it's basically going through the search terms of what people are searching for and trying to dig out the most popular ones so you can use them in your own listing, in your own titles, in your own backend for keywords when you create your own listing. If you're looking to sell a product like this, I just put in this ASIN. Now make sure again you're on amazon.com.au. Then it gives you a bunch of search terms as well. It gives you a little overview of what the search terms are, and then it also gives you their bullet points and whatnot, but this just gives you an idea of what you should be looking for in, say, your keyword research and what people are searching for on Google and things like that. So this also helps a lot of the time as well with your product research, because you have to know what people are searching for to get an idea of what's in demand. And the last thing I want to show you guys is the support. Now, I haven't personally used the support yet, so by the looks of it, I was wrong. They're not on 24/7, so I'm guessing they work normal hours unless there's people that work overnight. I'm not 100% sure because I haven't used it myself, but I can tell you that eGrow didn't have a live chat, and you're actually talking to real people instead of just getting an email. Maybe someone will check the emails once every few days, maybe they'll get back to you. You actually have a live chat, so you can actually send them a message. Any questions you have about the software, if you don't know how to use something, if you want a rundown or an overview of what's happening with this software, or have no idea where to start, get in contact with them. They'll be able to help you out 100 times more than what I would, because I'm just someone who has only started using it recently. These guys are experts at it. So go ahead and go to the live chat, and if you can, do it during the day, during work hours. More than likely you'll get a message back quite quickly. So send them a message and you'll be helped so much more than what I was ever helped on eGrow. So go ahead and try that out as well. Okay, I sincerely hope this video helped you guys out, and please try Zonguru if you're looking to start selling on Amazon. I can guarantee it's going to help you 100 times more, 1,000 times more than what eGrow ever did for myself and my students. So we're going to slowly start moving towards Zonguru. Now, like I said before, if you want to check out this piece of software, go ahead and click the link down below. You'll be able to get started on that. But sincerely hope it helped you. So if you have any other questions about it, let me know, comment down below. But I hope you enjoyed this video, guys. See you guys in the next one.